Hi and welcome back. I'm Alison Beer of alisonbeer.com and we're up today with some more cartooning tips. Today we're looking at drawing cartoon hands and specifically 2 tips to help you troubleshoot as you get started so that you can get better faster. So the first tip that we're looking at today is asking the question, what's in front? And this is a really helpful tip when you've got hand gestures such as this one. So here where you've got a thumb sticking out and a forefinger pointing. Here we've got a similar thing but from the opposite direction. Here again we've got a thumb and all sorts of things going on here. Behind the writing I'll show you shortly. So always ask yourself the question, what's in front? Because that is the thing to start with, something that is unobscured by anything else. The next thing to ask yourself is, what is the outline? And this is a specifically useful tip when you are looking at something which is a fist. So something like this, which is mostly a fist with just a little corner of a thumb sticking out, or something like this one up in this corner, which is mostly a fist, again with a little bit of thumb sticking out. Look at the outline. So let's go and have a look at how we do this. Let's start with our first tip because of course it's always important to know where to use them. Our first tip was, what is in front? Ask yourself. And it's specifically good for hands where some of the digits are kind of folded across each other. So you've got this overlapping. And so say a hand like this, there are 2 places you could start because there are 2 things which are completely unobscured. There's this forefinger at the top, which is possibly the easiest place to start because it's relatively straight. Or else there's the thumb, which is also folded in at the bottom here. Now thumbs are always a little bit trickier to start off with because they have this little curve in at the bottom here, which is often quite difficult to get right. So I would start with this one here. This would be number 1 for me. And then I would go on and fill in this finger, partially obscured by the forefinger, this finger, partially obscured by the finger next to it. And then I'd probably, as number 3, fill in the thumb here like this. And finally, just pop in this little line across here, which shows us this finger partly obscured by both the thumb and the finger next to it. Then it's relatively easy to go along and fill in the back of the wrist join and then the kind of glove hand, because we're looking at these strange glove hands. So another example of what is in front would be something like this. Okay, again we've got thumb and forefinger, both completely unobscured by the rest of the hand. So again we could start with our forefinger because it's a nice straight sausage-like thing, and then we can hang the thumb off the bottom like that, and we can go on to fill in 1 finger, 2 fingers, 3 fingers, all the way around to there, that crease and the back of our glove. So that's what you would want to do if you're asking what's in front. Now our second question was one that I said was very useful if you're looking at something like a fist. And that question is, what's the outline? So here we've got, this is a good fist example and this is another good fist example. Let's start with the one at the top. Now the important thing with fists is the angles of the outline. So here you can see this is relatively vertical, slightly sloped, but reasonably straight. And then you've got this bend at the bottom. And then here you can see this is angled up at probably about 45 degrees to the horizontal. If this would be 90 degrees to the horizontal, that's about 45 degrees to the horizontal. So you've got a close to vertical line here, you've got a curve at the bottom, you've got a 45-degree angle here, and then let's imagine we've just got a round area like that, put it together. From there it's easy enough to fill in the curve of the thumb on the outside and the glove on the inside, on the bottom. So let's have a look at how we would go about doing that. So if once we've got that outline, then it's a matter of drawing in like this, filling in our lines, thumb, we can see exactly where it needs to fit opposite this forefinger, and glove coming around from the palm. So you can see that the outline gives you a good sense of how to fill in the rest of the detail. So let's go and try it again with a different example. So this is a pretty simple one actually. We've got very much a vertical line here. Oh, just a moment. So let's take this as a vertical line. Then we've got curving around the bottom here. This is very close to horizontal and then a little up. And let's call it a straight down to there. And then again, we've got thumb going out to the side. So almost vertical line, curve around the bottom, straight line, horizontal line across, a little plink up, and then very much a vertical line down there with our thumb pointing out to the bottom, pointing out to the side on the right, and then our glove hand at the bottom. Where we're going to get, things are going to get a little bit trickier here is going to be the curl of this pinky finger at the bottom. But let's just have a look for now at where we are. So filling in our straight line like this. Then we've got our curve. So let's take it like that. Then we've got this pretty much straight line. So let's go 1, 2, 3, and then take this one up and round. We can take the thumb off to the side and then join that up. Easy enough to put the glove in like that, fill in these curls. And then let's start here. We can take this finger round and this finger round and then this finger round because we can see more of the curl. We take it all the way around, almost like a, what is that? It's like the curl on a lowercase j, isn't it? So there's our J shape and then a little Y shape here. And we can fill in the palm creases there. So you can see that having the blue outline to start off with and just having a look at where things are vertical, where there's a slight angle going upwards, and then joining things up and looking at the curves, you can quite easily use this outline to get yourself a good framework to work with your hands. So there you have it, 2 tips for drawing cartoon hands. Ask yourself what's in front and then look at the outline, especially for fists. Did you like this video? If you did, please give it a thumbs up here on YouTube and also subscribe to my channel. And if you'd like even more tips and things that I only share on email, head on over to my website www.alisonbeer.com and sign up for email updates. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.